Hey there, beautiful souls. Hope you're all doing well. And if you're not okay, that's okay. So, I've been saying this for quite some time now, and it's been good to see it's coming up through different social media with regards to mental health awareness. I think it's worldwide rather than just national. But what if I was to say to you, it's not you, your mental health that you think is the problem. What if it isn't you that's the problem? What if it was the systems that we have been brought up in for hundreds of years? What if it was our food that has deteriorated since probably the 1960s, 70s, when it has been taken away from people as creating community food that was naturally organic, that was seasonal, that didn't have chemicals thrown at it, that blocks shiitake mate, if I can say it, shiitake maki. No, I can't say it. Fuck it, I won't bother. Um, it's basically a key pathway of your amino acids, building blocks for very really key neurotransmitters for serotonin and dopamine, which is fundamental for our happiness, our well-being, our mental well-being. And if we have a chemical that is blocking us from creating these natural chemicals in our body, our neurotransmitters, we are unable to find that serotonin, that happy hormone, the oxytocin, the dopamine. We start looking at it for in other ways that we reach for it externally. How do we get dopamine? From external stimuli, phones, social media, the good old scrolling, that rapid eye movement that it creates, releases dopamine. Movies, lots of TikTok, all that, the really fast multiple frames within a second, that creates this rapid eye movement, dopamine, addiction. What else creates that? Gambling. What else do we need? Anything really that creates addiction that's external to us. So alcohol. Whereas alcohol actually tends to be more of a numbing of our feelings. It actually kills our gut biome, is what we need for our microbiome. So many things are happening that is affecting our mental health. We also have the money. We have scarcity being thrown at us. We have the systems and the media literally forcing fear, ramming it down our throats every bloody day, making us think that humanity is fucked and there's no way out, and we're hopeless, and we're victims, and we're disempowered, and money is just getting worse and worse. And what was the famous words we had recently? It's got to get worse to get better. Fuck that, okay? No, it doesn't. But again, it's creating hopelessness, victim energy. And, we have war going on. And whether we know about it or not, we're all connected. So anything that's negative that's going on, we will absorb it. We have the social conditions of how men aren't allowed to express their emotions unless it's anger. What fucked up rule was that? This is like to be expressing your emotions is weak. This isn't. In fact, expressing your emotions is probably the most intelligent you can be when you do it consciously. There's a difference when you're just triggered and expressing it because you don't know what you're doing really. Whereas when you're conscious and you can express in a constructive way, then you're extremely intelligent. What else have we got? Like I mentioned, money, the whole schooling system that pushes you, and where you started off being a genius when you're a 5-year-old because you're really creative, all of a sudden you now have to sit still and to be talked at, and basically squeezed through a sausage meat factory to get you into a workable way to go and earn your money and get your taxes. And once you're constantly in that cycle of having to earn money, you buy your mortgage, you buy your cars, commercialism. Our whole money system is set up on gross product, domestic GDP, so gross domestic purchasing. So we are based, our market, our economy is based on how much we spend. So if we're not spending, we become poor. That's fucked up. So we're on a completely hamster wheel. We're on a conveyor belt. We're promised to come around the age of 40. That once you somehow subconsciously you've been programmed, if you do all of this, you go to school, you get work, you get married, you have children, get a nice house, get a car, and you'll find that mirage of happiness. No. And that is the issue. The issue is the toxicity that we're creating in this planet through shit food, through all these phones and constantly being busy and being overwhelmed with fear being shoved down our throats, to make sure that we've got to try and earn money and be self-sufficient, where we're not meant to be self-sufficient. We're meant to be in a community. We're meant to support one another. And when that community relies on people to support one another, you hold a compassionate space for each other. So there isn't this one just goes off and causes trouble. You hold space because you all need one another. So there's many things that are going on that is affecting our mental health, and it's not you. It isn't you. There's nothing wrong with you. Don't be ashamed of having this shit that's going on in your head. Our brain just has so many multiple thoughts and belief systems and narrative that just kills you until you recognize they're not you. They're not your thoughts. They're the most worst bitch as a mate you've ever got hanging around you. You wouldn't have that head, that person that's running around in your head with you. Just drives you mad. It's toxic. And you need to recognize and clear space for yourself to know that's not your truth. And know that there's many things outside of you, that subconscious programming and conditioning and the systems of what life and what we've been accustomed to have to be. We're so far away from what we're really meant to be. We have lights now, so the Industrial Revolution brought the lights in. So we become more and more detached, where we used to rely on the sun and the moon as our energy, as our resource, as our seasons. We would have lived in that rhythm, that circadian rhythm. We talk about the pineal gland, the circadian rhythm. We need our sleep. We've become so detached. We walk with rubber shoes or on our feet. We walk on concrete. We're not grounded anymore. Okay, so it's not you. You're not the problem. It's the systems, it's the conditioning, and it's the way that we have become to live. And that is what needs to change. We need to look at our food. We need to how it's produced. We need to eat seasonally. We need to eat organically, which was just normal food with no fucking chemicals on it. Okay? All stems from the petroleum. They have all these fertilizers, whereas it used to be chicken shit, it used to be horse shit. We used to literally replenish the soil back from what had been taken from it. But now we don't even have all those minerals in there anymore. Now we have a couple of minerals shoved in through chemicals that are toxic. We have herbicides put in there killing our bees and our insects off. We're fucking our complete world up. We're completely fucking toxic. Our water's screwed because they don't bloody clean that. We're drinking our own shit every time it just gets recycled. our air is pumping, God knows what they're doing out there in the air with all the toxicity and things, which, you're not the problem. Okay? You're not the problem. So don't think it's you. It's the systems, it's a way of life, and we need to start claiming that back. We need to look at the cleanliness of our water, our air, our soil. That's the fundamental part. We need to look at what is giving us joy, not in just a go earn the money and you'll never do a job that you really like. That's bollocks. Living life to your joy and to your purpose is fundamental. That's what we're here for. We're not here to get stressed, work hard and die. The complication and the miracle that we are isn't to do any of that. We're here for something far greater than that. And I can't tell you exactly what that is right now, but you are more than that, okay? We're not here to just go and work shitloads of money. Well, not earn the money and pay off. This polarization of wealth to poor is getting greater and greater. This isn't what we're here for. And we're not supposed to be fearing each other and hating each other. That isn't what we're here for. We're here for something more. We're here as more of guardians of this planet, of the creatures that they're here. We're here to learn how to live compassionately and empathically with one another. We're here to understand who we are, what's our gifts, what's our talents, what gives us joy, what lights us up, what is our passion. We're here to live as communities, not to be self-sufficient and self-reliant. We're actually here to help and support one another. That's what we're here for. So my message to you, if you've landed and got this far, is it's not you, okay? Just take some compassion and love for yourself to know that it's not you that's fucked, okay? You're really not. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You're a miracle. The fact that you're here is a miracle. The ovum decides which sperm to allow in. The 500,000 ovums, the millions of sperm, and it's you that's here. You're a miracle. And you're amazing. And there's a reason why you're here in this world, okay? And you will find that. But stop thinking it's you. Stop taking the blame. Stop taking the shame. And love you. And just give yourself some space and some love from this very moment onwards, okay? And the most powerful words I believe we can ever say to ourselves is, I choose love. I choose joy. I choose peace. That's the pattern breaker. The next bit is, I am worthy. Bring that to your heart. I am worthy of love. I'm worthy of joy, and I'm worthy of peace. And then go with the whole of your body. I am love. I am joy, and I am peace. And repeat and repeat and repeat, especially when you've got that toxic shit going on in your head. Repeat that over and over. I've been on the floor, bawling my fucking eyes out, wanting to just die. And I say those words. And I stood up after 5 minutes going, what the fuck was that about? You can break that pattern. You can break these toxicity, the self-sabotage, just by saying, I choose. It's fear that has you believe you don't have a choice, and you have a choice. Even if you don't know how right now. Don't worry about that. Just I'm choosing is a massive fucking message to say, I'm out of this. I've had enough of this. I'm choosing something else. And you're worthy of all that. And be conscious of what comes up when you say I'm worthy. Most of the time that body just goes, whatever, complete repellent, because you're carrying some BS that you're not worthy, that you're not equal, that you've got shame or guilt that has you think that you're not worthy. And that's BS, belief system bullshit, whatever you want to call it, okay? So, been quite sweary in this one, but I feel fucking passionate about this, okay? So this isn't just some video because it's like a thing to do today. It's every fucking day, okay? Every fucking day, recognize that you're a miracle, all right? And don't take the blame. Don't take the shame, and start waking up to your beauty and your magnificence. Okay, so lots of love and take it easy.